Finally, I can actually film the video that I got pretty for, right? What's good? It's your girl D, back with another video. Today we are looking at the Winter Wonderland collection from AYA Beauty. Where's my craft paper? Oh, it adjusted, never mind. So AYA Beauty is a fairly new black-owned makeup brand based out of New York. I believe it's what, the Bronx? Yep, the Bronx, New York, 10456, and it's made in New York City. They came on the scene earlier this fall with what it was called their Secret Garden collection, which are 5 very pretty kind of floral inspired shades. Some examples would be Morning Glory, Enchanted Orchid, and Sweet Hibiscus. And I loved these. They're the color shift that was on one of them. What was it? The color shift on Pretty Petunia was lovely, and the gold that is on Golden Sunset was like this one right here, bright as fuck. Listen, but anyways, she did a pre-order, and I think her name is Catina. Yep, Catina from AYA Beauty. She is the owner, and so she came out with the next group of shades, and instead of 5 this time, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. Listen, I will show you swatches here. So the first one that we have is Winter, and Winter is a very pretty kind of dull bronze. I want to say, I can't even call it, it's like gold with gray undertones. Now, one thing that I don't think is mentioned anywhere on her website is that when you are taking your shadow out of this package, and her packaging is cute as shit, by the way, but when you are taking it out of the package, pinch the sides so that you've got kind of this little envelope of space, and then slide the shadow out very carefully, because you can kind of see where there's a little bit of fallout and a little bit of dusting on the palette, or on the palette. You can see where there's a little bit of fallout and a little bit of dusting where the shadow scraped up against the lid, and it really did that with the matte black that is in this collection. The matte black that's in this collection is called Midnight, and it got everywhere, unfortunately. Beautiful, but quite a bit of fallout. That just shows how potent it is. I'm actually wearing Midnight here in the crease on the smoke part, and then I have this beautiful bronzy brown, or this beautiful metallic brown that's got some red to it. This is called Gingerbread. So I'm wearing that all over the lid, and then I touched up in the middle with Winter on the inner corners. Now, I was surprised because thinking of the last collection, how it's all shimmers and didn't come with any mattes. I did break out one transitional shade from my Naked Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, but that was the only, I just used a brown. I was thinking, okay, I'll just go ahead, use some color everywhere, use the brown and the black that's in there. No, I was pleasantly surprised that this came with a matte black, because the color combinations for all of these is absolutely great. You can have some holiday party steal your daddy kind of eyeshadow looks. You can definitely have some I'm the life of the holiday party kind of look. You can have some New Year's Eve give you my kiss if you want to kind of look. You can have some what you doing after midnight kind of looks with this. Or you can have some, I mean, you know, business attire. Yeah, I don't know what it is I did last night, but I'm gonna go to work and be responsible kind of eyeshadow looks too. But the combinations with these 7 shades are great, and they all are with the exception of that matte black, all of them are metallic. All of them are very pigmented, very long lasting too, and they're affordable. Now, I would like to see these eventually in a palette form, only because I don't have many Z palettes as it is. In fact, I only got Z palettes just so I could have some place to put the AYA Beauty shades, because everything else, every other eyeshadow I have, if it's an individual, it has its own container or whatever. But that's just a personal preference of mine. Now, as for her, I know with AYA Beauty still being relatively small, but that's not necessarily feasible right now. They're just now starting to get on their feet and running. I know that the pre-orders that were taken were supposed to ship that same week of Black Friday. I can't remember if I did a pre-order on Veterans Day or if I did a pre-order on Black Friday or the week of Black Friday. But it was sometime in November, and they didn't get here until like, I think last week. Shipping was held up for quite a bit too, but then again, the weather delayed a lot with that winter storm that we had. So no complaints in regards to that. You know, shipping and inclement weather, you cannot control the weather. So if anyone else out there may have gotten their shadows a little bit late or something like that, they're based in New York, and I know that the Northeast was getting a lot of bad weather, so you cannot hold that against them. They cannot, you know, she got it shipped out in a decent amount of time, but as for the actual method of delivery, whether it was FedEx, whether it was UPS, whether it was the United States Postal Service, you can't hold the merchant accountable for any kind of delays that the courier encountered simply because of inclement weather. That's one thing that, you know, like, unless it was safe, like, you know, I have had that happen before where UPS is like, oh, our drivers couldn't get there safely. Well, hold on, I had to go to work. What you mean you couldn't give me my package safely, fam? I have had that happen before where I'm like, I know what the weather is here in Kansas City, and if I can make it to work, y'all can make it on the side of the house where it actually is a lot safer, but whatever. Anyways, be that as it may, these shades are, I believe, $6 or $7.99 each. I'll have the updated information in the description box. Again, there are 7 of them. This is Midnight is the matte black, Winter is the grayish gold, Gingerbread is that brown. She also has Mistletoe, which is a very deep green with some turquoise to it, like almost like a turquoise and black and green mix. She's got Candy Apple, which is a nice deep burgundy. And originally when I saw Candy Apple, I thought, well, dang, it looks a whole lot like the actual shade that's in the Secret Garden one. I was thinking of this shade right here. No, completely different. Completely different. Then she also has Fireside, which is this bright ass orange. Cannot wait to use that as a lid shade. That's going to be pretty. And then last but not least is Tinsel, which is this silver. And it is so hard to find a good quality silver shade that doesn't have a ton of fallout, that won't get every damn wear in your eye, and it won't, and it actually has a high quality or a high level of pigmentation. This Tinsel shade here, even though it's got a little bit of subtle glitter reflex in there and glitter particles, at the same time it's finely milled enough to where it's not going to get all up in your eye and make it look like you know, had some weed or something like that before your event and everything because your eye is red. That's one. 2, long lasting. It's going to stay there and it's going to stay in goddamn place unless you're just walking around in a thunderstorm or something like that. And even if you are, you better get you some decent setting spray because, you know, the whole someone on a first date thing. Fuck y'all. And then third, it's pigmented. It actually shows up. Like, when I first got into makeup, I learned how to do a smoky eye with silver, gray, and black. And the quality of makeup that I had back then was shit. But this, oh, I wish I would have had this in my makeup arsenal all those years ago. Good quality stuff. Catina, keep it popping. super proud of you, super happy to have this in my hands. I cannot wait to see what it is that you've got in store. So I hope that you will be happy to support her as well in her endeavors and support a good quality small business and a good quality Black owned business as well too. Hope that you found this video helpful. And if not, there's an X in that corner. You can go ahead, click it, and get your life. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comments section. I will have Aya Beauty's website in the description box as well too, so you can go ahead and get this full yourself. Make sure you subscribe also to her newsletter. She often will go ahead and slide you some coupon codes to be used at a later date and time. I got this entire collection for 20% off too, and it wasn't any kind of affiliate code. It was just the fact that I got the newsletter and it said, hey babe, you want in? Yeah, I do. Cool. And there it is, and it happened. Other than that, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. If no one else has told you, I think you're great. Have a wonderful day.